And one of the most significant events of this competition about to take place, the men's 200 meter. Justin Gatlin of Tennessee, fastest time among the collegians this year, 20.29. And he is in the field of 8.
But that is Leonard Scott, the junior member of the Vols football team, who got run down in the relay and did not make the final of the 100 meters. He and his teammate, fabulous freshman, Justin Gatlin, who won the 100 meters right on the lane outside of him in lane 5. So Tennessee in 4 and 5. And they really need to get some points here and hope that TCU falters if they're going to get back in this, because TCU doesn't have a 4x4 team, but Tennessee does.
And Carroll in lanes 6 and 7. The two young men from TCU, Kim Collins, Darvis Patton.
Now, Kim Collins is an angry young man. He did not have a good 100 meters. He was favored in that event and was only second. Now, he ran that fabulous anchor leg for the 4x100 meter relay team, but he realizes that this is what he's got to do. He has got to put up some big points here because, as Dwight mentioned, they have no 4x4 to count on. And there is Darvis Patton. This man's been all over the place. He was 4th in the long jump. He was part of that 4x100 meter relay team, 6th in the 100, and again back at the 200 meters. He knows what he has to do. Now, TCU is in 6 and 7, Tennessee in 4 and 5. Perhaps Tennessee has a little bit of a better advantage being inside their competition.
And the field, Josephus Howard of South Carolina in lane 1 of the men's 200 meters. Warren Hooker of Washington in 2. Caimin Douglas of UTEP in 3. Then Scott and Gatlin of Tennessee. Collins and Patton of TCU. And Marcus Brunson, don't discount him, running in lane 8, representing Arizona State.
As we've mentioned, it's quite cool out here, and this can affect this event.
I think it was a TCU.
I think it was Kim Collins.
And
I think Kim Collins realized it was Kim Collins also.
And know that in the collegiate ranks, one false start and you're gone. Unlike the international rules where you get 2 before you're gone. Lane 6 is being told, you'll see here right in the middle of the screen in the purple and white, Kim Collins, the 25-year-old senior. So young man is a relative term here with these guys. The Olympian, 7th in the 100-meter final in Sydney, and he knows that he went too early. Look at there, next to the lane 7 marker, but he's in lane 6. Collins is out of the race. That is huge for TCU's hopes in this team title, and now the Tennessee athletes have got to be buoyed by that information.
But they also have to stay focused, too, because they cannot think at this point, okay, Collins is out of the competition. We've got an easy berth to perhaps 2 of the top 3 spots. There are also other athletes in the race that are going to try to take advantage of the fact that Kim Collins is going to be watching this final. We can take a look at Justin Gatlin. But you have to think what Kim Collins is going to think if they lose the team title by 5-6 points. I wouldn't want to be with him tonight.
What a track meet this has been for Kim Collins. He had a brilliant anchor in the men's 4x100, but then he had a very disappointing 100-meter dash. Now he is out of the 200-meter. So lane 6 is open. Collins, the young man from St. Kitts, and how ironic that TCU lost the indoor championship to LSU when they botched a handoff in a relay, and now is disaster lurking again. Look at lane 6. And Darvis Patton shoulders of responsibility for TCU. Fair start. Leonard Scott in 4, Gatlin in 5, representing TCU. No Collins, Darvis Patton trying to pick up points. And here come the volunteers. Darvis Patton runs on the outside. Brunson running in lane 8. And it's Justin Gatlin, the freshman. Here's Gatlin for Tennessee. He grabs first, and I don't know. I think it was Caimin Douglas for UTEP who came in second.
And maybe as importantly, Leonard Scott, after not making the 100-meter final, comes back in the 200, fades badly in the stretch, and probably ends up about 7th. He'll only get 2 points. But the freshman, he doubles the 100 and the 200 his very first year. What a future this kid has.
I tell you, he really does. You're coming off of the turn. There's Gatlin in the middle of the track. Leonard Scott on the right of Tennessee. He is well in control of this race. In the 200 meters, if you come off the turn in the lead, 9 times out of 10, you're going to win the race. Take a look at how relaxed he is. Take a look at how much work Leonard Scott is doing. He's going backward. Gatlin is going first.
And that's really the difference between a football player trying to sprint and a sprinter trying to sprint. Look at Justin Gatlin, just a puppy, 19 years old. He blows this field away, gets the 10 for Tennessee, and then second down in lane 3. Looks like Douglas. Very bad race for TCU.
Now Justin Gatlin, for the second time, is with Armin Katayan.
Justin, a huge double for you personally, but most importantly for your team.
Yes, I'm trying to keep hope alive. I was to win this gold. And the dream come true to me. I thank God for everything he's done for me. He said before. And hope to come back next year and do it again.
What went through your mind when Kim Collins false started and opened up the door for you?
I wasn't really worried about Kim Collins or anybody else. Focused on my race. Lane 5, that's all I was worried about.
Well, congratulations, Justin. Vern?
Oh, Armin, thank you very much. Think about how costly was the false start of Kim Collins. Justin Gatlin grabs first. Caimin Douglas of Utah second. Darvis Patton finishes third for TCU. But we must underemphasize again, or underline again, that TCU has no team in the men's 4x400. Tennessee does. Kim Collins, the 25-year-old senior from TCU. My, oh my, how costly is this false start going to be?
And obviously he thought that that start was so important that he wanted to guess the gun, and it cost TCU potentially the title.
Justin Gatlin doubles. He's the champion in the 100 and 200 meters. And the updated team standings, TCU and Tennessee tied with 49 each. We'll be back. Welcome back to Eugene, where the men's and women's outdoor track and field championships continue. TCU and Tennessee now tied 49 points each. But if Tennessee can make it around the track without dropping the baton, they will win the men's title. A despondent Kim Collins of TCU has agreed to chat with Armin Katayan.
Kim, obviously a very, very difficult way to end a career. Take me through the false start. What happened?
Well, I was ready to go, but in the 100, the start was very fast. It was the fastest start I ever had, and I wasn't prepared for that kind of start. Coming into the 200, I thought it was going to be a quick start, so I was prepared to go, and I guess I went a little bit too soon.
What was going through your mind as you were watching the race, knowing the impact it would have on the team title?
There goes the championships. That's all I thought. There it went just like that.
Just like that, out the window.
That is how the sport is. There's no retakes or no comeback tomorrow. It's a one-time thing. You either in or you're out, and unfortunately, second time in a row I messed things up for the team, and I really, feel bad about myself right now, but, life goes on.
Thank you very much for your time, Kim.
Thank you.
All right, Armin, thank you. Classy of him to talk with Armin.
No question about it, but he mentioned in and out. The same thing happened indoors. They dropped the baton on the 4x4 and missed the championship there. Here, if he runs the way he should, he gets 8 points for them. He forces Tennessee to run very well in the 4x4. It's over for them.
And he has no chance to redeem himself. He's a senior, and this is his last NCAA championship.
Unfortunately, his career at TCU will now be remembered as much for his egregious mistake as for all of his many accomplishments. Kim Collins.
Ladies and gentlemen.